They say this is a mid-range phone with flagship vibes, but I say there's something big we need to talk about. It's the new Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus, so let's inspect. Hey yo, good to see you. I'm Michael, and unboxing first, and yes, this is the global version, also the non-EU version, which means there is charger in the box. You can guess by the thickness of the package. In some regions, I guess people are not so lucky. You also get a black silicone case regardless, which fits nicely and offers a good grip. But there's something subtle, and seems like other users notice it as well. The buttons don't feel as clicky this year, especially outdoors in cold weather. Not a deal breaker, but once you feel it, you can't unfeel it. The camera module is now centered, and there's the illusion that there are 4 cameras, but in reality just these 2. The infrared blaster also lives inside this area. Clean, symmetrical, practical choice. Now, my personal take, well, I'm not quite a big fan of this vegan leather-looking finish. Attracts attention, but I personally go for the other color options. That said, ergonomics are excellent. The phone feels taller and wider, and with an aspect ratio which is closer to an iPhone Pro Max than most other Android mid-rangers, a lot slimmer though. And it's very clear this is nothing like the vanilla Note 15 5G. We can agree about something, that most people upgrade phones for the cameras, to shoot your cat or your kids, or street photos, food you're never gonna post online. And yes, there's the new 200 megapixel sensor right in here, Samsung made, and a small but a real evolution over the one that was used with Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus. In default mode, the photos would look bright, punchy, with excellent contrast and not overly sharp. And crucially, optical image stabilization does its job right. By default, you shoot 12 megapixel photos thanks to the pixel binning, and here's my advice: do not shoot 200 megapixels unless you really know why. Yes, files are gonna be massive in terms of size, but they are flatter, less contrasty, and almost always need editing. Smartphone photography is about convenience, not Lightroom long sessions. 4K video is available up to 30 frames per second, and it's good, but let's be honest, even the much cheaper Note 15 5G can shoot in 4K. Side by side, the difference is there, but it's subtle, so if your budget is tight, you know what to do. Daytime, the phone feels very close to a flagship. Nighttime, physics enters the chat. Low light photos are good, not great though. Better than older flagships? Yes. Better than last year's model? Yes. But is it better than certain competitors at this price? That's where opinions split, and I'm happy to debate. The ultra-wide camera keeps its 8 megapixel capacity, now switching to an OmniVision image sensor. It is fine, a small step forward, nothing revolutionary. The selfies are also good. The front video is capped at 1080p, which feels acceptable for this class. And praise be it, the useless 2 megapixel macro, which is finally gone. For close-ups, just keep your hands steady or grab a tripod. The Redmi Note community has a lot of passionate gamers, so I'm sure performance and thermals would be of big interest. And here we have a lot of surprises. Sustained performance is excellent. After nearly 40 minutes of CPU stress testing, no sign of thermal throttling. That's rare in this segment, and gaming performance is really strong. One caveat: even though this display is rated at 120 Hz, some games are locked at 60 frames per second by Xiaomi, I guess in favor of better battery life. Everyday tasks, browsing, documents editing, PDFs, doing whatever you like with the phone, it's all flawless. Benchmarks show about 20% Antutu improvement. Yes, this is synthetic testing, but it confirms 2 things. First, there's a performance uplift, and it is real. And the second thing is that it's not very often to see just 3% of the battery being consumed while Antutu runs the test, which is really great. So battery efficiency is excellent, aside from some HyperOS background quirks. And this might be one of the most balanced Xiaomi smartphones ever made about battery life.
Oh yes, this extra capacity pays off. Battery life is excellent under load. With 100-watt charging, you're gonna top it up in no time. But HyperOS strikes again, because standby drain could be better. It's fixable, but out of the box, battery life is not class-leading.
On paper, changes may look rather small, but in reality, they add up. Performance, thermals, battery life, all clearly improved. Even the camera system is more redesigned than it looks. The thermal behavior is the biggest win here, in my opinion. Just look at the stats again. This flat line represents excellence about cooling. But the one component that deserves its own spotlight, definitely the display.
This here is quite a flex, and you can see the curve. It's excellent, very bright outdoors, extremely comfortable indoors, and the important part, PWM dimming, low-quality OLEDs flicker at low brightness, causing eye strain and headaches. This one doesn't. Pulse width modulation is above 3800 Hz, kicking in below 20% of brightness. I verified it, and yes, it is legit. When we add the 120 Hz refresh rate, the even brightness distribution in these vibrant yet controlled colors, conclusion is that it is a high-end panel, no question. Connectivity is also stacked, goes up to Wi-Fi 6E, we have Bluetooth 5.4, yes, a bit outdated, NFC is present for most regions, as well as an infrared blaster, which is still awesome, but physically, USB 2.0 and no video output capacity, which means slow file transfers, and that's a classic Xiaomi move, still very annoying. HyperOS is powerful and deeply integrated with the Mi ecosystem. AI features exist, but feel half-baked over here. AI photo editing can work, or fail spectacularly, as you can see. Bloatware? Yes, still present. Most of it removable, but long software support is at least promised for several years. Yet, I guess software, especially bloatware, we can associate with drawbacks. The rest still on Android 15, months after Android 16's release, and here we shall add some more. No SD card slot, RAM options are limited this year thanks to the RAM crisis, which inevitably leads to the higher price, and the USB 2.0 in 2026, it's hard to defend in a Pro Plus labeled midranger.
Bottom line, if you are a fan of the series, I think you're gonna like it. Redmi keeps what works well and improves the rest, but here's the big thing I mentioned at the start: the price. More precisely, the ratio. This is no longer the affordable Redmi that we remember. The Note 10 Pro, by that time there wasn't a Plus version, was launched at €229, and it's still remembered today. The Note 15 Pro Plus, well, almost twice more at the moment, and I'd personally wait for the price to settle, because it always does with Xiaomi smartphones. Yes, it is upgraded, yes, it is refined, but competition is fierce. So would you pick this, or a Poco F-series alternative, or a 2-year-old flagship such as the Xiaomi 14 at a crazy good discount right now? I think the last option is very tempting. So which team are you on? Comments are down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Michael the TechMishka, and I'll see you very soon.